following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbb-radio.com.
Hey, welcome to Phil. Teed Up with Phil and Cindy. I almost got the name right off the bat.
I think you almost said Cindy first.
I am
the
so
way it should
excited about our guest being here today and show number 24. We're approaching that big number 25,
Woo,
Cindy.
Subscribe.
So it's good to see you. We have Roselyn Kasmire.
Kasmire.
Myra.
Kasmire.
Oh my God,
I knew I was going to get it wrong.
You
I
did,
did.
you
Yeah,
did
I
the
told
first
him.
name right,
I
though.
swear to
Thank
God.
God.
I swear to God.
You
I'm
said
sorry,
the
Roselyn.
first
So many
name right.
people get your name wrong.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I know.
how many times did I ask you how to pronounce it?
Yeah,
I know.
that's
And-
okay,
But
Phyllis.
thank you for getting the first name,
Yeah.
the first part right.
So, yeah, well, no one's perfect, and it's
Yeah.
certainly not me. But thank you for coming. We're so glad
So
to see
excited
you,
to
and so
have
Thank
you.
you. Go Bills.
Yeah.
Woo! Representing today.
We know you're a big Bills fan, and I've seen you at Sabre games too. So,
Yes.
so I'm just going to do a little bio that we have on you here.
Okay.
Roselyn is a talented teacher, writer, and actress whose passion for creativity shines through everything she does. A dedicated Buffalo Public School special education teacher for 21 years. Roselyn has inspired countless students with her compassion and love for learning. As an author, she has written 6 delightful children's books, including Billy Buffalo's Big Catch, Poncho Power, Mage Magnus, and The Adventures of Jasper. Each of her stories reflect her deep commitment to imagination, education, and the joy of storytelling. Beyond the classroom and the page, Roselyn, how I know her and met her, is also an exceptional actress. Her film credits include roles in Marshall, The First Purge, and Little Audrey. I was also in Marshall, too. Yes. She continues to expand her artistic reach with her upcoming appearance on the Great American Family Channel in the new holiday film, The Christmas Giving. We know
Which I believe was just
It was on
played.
premieres
I don't
on
have
the
that
9th.
channel.
Sunday.
This will air after that November 9th, but you can still catch it. Go back and catch it.
Yeah.
Roselyn's always loved the creative arts and continues to inspire through her teaching, writing, and performances, bringing heart, hope, and imagination to every role she plays. Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to
I
have
love you guys.
We love you.
Oh,
Now, of
my
course,
gosh.
I met Roselyn through acting on Cabrini. And Phil, you met her through acting as well?
Cindy, I met you before Cabrini.
Before Cabrini?
Yeah.
Oh, Earth Breeze.
Yes. We did a commercial.
Earth Breeze detergent. You only need one sheet.
Earth
That's
Breeze
it.
detergent?
Yes.
What is
that
it,
was
a,
so
Yeah.
fun.
Was that the first? No, that was even before that.
Is it
Oh, that was
environmentally
so
safe
good.
detergent? Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
Yeah,
it was
and it's
a
just one
sheet.
sheet, and they gave us a ton of sheets after that. But we know you're doing so much with acting, and we could probably literally be here
Well,
for
we'll talk
4
about
hours
everything.
talking about acting and your writing. But today we are so excited to talk about your writing, and God bless you for being a special education teacher for over 21 years.
Thank you.
You are truly a special person.
Well, I am a special.
Yes, you sure are. let's go.
We
She's
all have
crazy.
special
Let-
stuff.
Let's go back to you're a special education teacher. Obviously, we know you from the acting world, and you're climbing up in there. But tell us how you came to write children's books.
And this is the reason why I said I am special. I actually was a student with an IEP, and for ADHD.
Wow.
Fourth grade, diagnosed. So I always struggled in math, but I love creative writing, and I've always loved performing and doing skits. So that was what I excelled in, math. But
Same with me.
Yeah.
So I'm a gym
But
teacher.
and reading, I loved reading.
Wow.
I did like science, but if it came to like the math part.
Yeah.
So when I was teaching, and I was on a ski trip, and because I love telling stories, and it was the first book, and the kids were skiing, and I was doing the ski club. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a story, because I would tell them stories when we were going on the bus ride up to Ellicottville or
Yeah.
it was Kissing Bridge. And they were like, okay, Miss Kasmire. I said, you guys are going to tell me if you're going to like it, because they were a junior high at the time.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. So I wrote a story. They were skiing, and then I was, sitting by the fireplace in the lodge, and then I wrote my little story. And then on the way home, I read The Adventures of Jasper to them. And I said, what do you guys think about that? And they were like, that was really good, Miss Kasmire. And I said, maybe I might make it into a story. And they're like, you should. So what I did, it was in 2013. Actually, in 2012 is when I wrote it. And then I went to the little kids, and I mean, it was just paper.
Right,
there was no
right.
illustrations.
Yeah.
And then I was reading it to them, and they were like, I was like, what town do you want to go to? Healthyville or Junkietown? And they're like, we want to go to Junkietown, because, who doesn't like candy?
So
By the
is
way,
it-
this is
right.
about
Okay, I was going to say, what's
making
it?
healthier choices.
Oh, I love that.
So it was about a little boy who
Yeah.
wakes up, he loves candy, and who doesn't love candy?
Say my name. Yeah.
And at the time, obesity was really big. And,
Yeah, still is.
And
yeah.
trying to make them eat healthy and making
Right.
it fun.
Making good choices.
Making good. And I'm like, it's okay that we all love to eat candy,
Right.
but it's about a little boy who wakes up and he's stuck between two towns, Junkietown and Healthyville. So he goes to Junkietown and he eats
My
lots of
kind of
candy.
place,
Yeah. And things happen to his body. And then he realizes, and he did meet a character before that explains, oh, you could go here or you could go there. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm going to go here. And then he ends up, rolling down to Healthyville and meeting up with Bobby Banana. And Bobby Banana helps him get back into eating healthy. And he wakes up and then he realizes that it's all about moderation.
Right.
Like eating anything.
It
'Cause
so is.
I'm never gonna preach to it because I love sugar too.
Yeah, everybody does,
I
yeah.
can't say
Yeah.
don't eat sugar.
Yeah.
It's just about moderation, and
Yeah.
eating anything or anything is too much is
Right.
sometimes not the best
Right.
for you.
So tell us, when you got started, how did you get into teaching, like your background, education?
Oh, well,
things
the
like that?
teaching it, well, there you go. So I had a resource room teacher, Mr. Yonke. Shout out to Mr. Yonke at Lafayette.
Aw.
And, I was going through like, what should I do? Because I was going to be a nurse. I might go to nursing or occupational therapy. And then I was like, I really love that he helped me. And he actually inspired me to be a teacher. I was like, you know what? I want to do what you do, because he was just so good and so patient.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I would get frustrated with the math because I
Right.
moved here in my
Right.
senior year from Massachusetts because my father was in the military. I'm from Jersey, but I live from Jersey.
God, I knew it.
I am a Jersey girl all the way. And yes,
I knew you couldn't be
100%.
from here.
A Jersey Shore.
I was
Yeah.
born. Yes, I was born
Oh, no
in
kidding.
Atlantic City,
Wow.
Ventnor, Margate, in the little towns, if you know. So I was in school in Hebrew school at Ventnor, Margate, and I actually got kicked out in Hebrew school because I couldn't distinguish, because reading from Hebrew from left to right, right to left, it was really hard because I was already struggling in certain things.
Yeah.
So they were like, "Oh, this isn't a good fit for you." So
Yeah.
I had to
So
go
get-
to a different school. and then they were like, "Oh, your daughter just likes to stare outside the window."
Yeah.
Yeah, because I liked watching the birds.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Yeah.
So my mom, shout out to my mom, she really fought for me, because they actually back then, they wanted to put me in a self-contained classroom
Right.
because they didn't really have resource.
Right,
they
right,
just,
right.
oh, your daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
And my-
And they didn't have consultant
I-
teachers to come in
Exactly.
the classroom.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
crying because
Yeah.
I remember
cry.
my
No crying
mom
on the
being
show.
in the. Well, it's like a happy cry because she
Yeah.
was. My mother was like my biggest
She was-
advocate.
yeah, and you have to have one of those.
Love you, Mom.
Yeah.
And so she was like, no. So I am one of those children that had
Yeah.
to take Ritalin when I was younger.
Yeah,
And it helped me focus, but I didn't take it in the summertime. I took it in school.
yeah,
And it really did help
Yeah.
me focus.
yeah.
And and then I did lots of sports,
Right.
but I've always loved writing. I mean, I used to write so many stories. I had in my diary. I remember going and I was like, oh my God. I mean, I couldn't read some of my
Right,
handwriting, but I was
right.
like, I went on and on and on and on.
So that really gave you, your teacher, your mom, really gave you the confidence to believe that you could go on to be a teacher, because I know
Yes.
sometimes, when you're labeled like that,
Exactly.
it kind of brings those kids down, and then their confidence level goes down. So you were so fortunate that you had your mom and you had that teacher to push you. Listen, you can do it. And look at you.
Exactly.
Look at you.
And that is why I
Yeah.
actually became a teacher. And I'm going to start
especially-
crying because I
There's
wanted
tissues over there.
because I wanted to be like their advocate, because every
Right.
child
Yes.
can learn.
Yes.
And every child is capable. And just because you don't fit the norm in
Right.
something else, the light bulb, something will spark, and it's just trying to horn into
Yeah.
what they really want to do.
But
Or
so,
what-
like all these, and then you move on to college, but all these things that you experience, you turned into.
Yes, well, and that's the reason why back to the writing. See, there
But,
Yeah.
but where did you go? Where did you end up going to college? Where did you end up going?
I
to
went
college?
to Buff State, and I went straight through, because I'm the type of person that if I would take a break, because we have to get our master's
Yeah.
to teach.
Yeah.
So I had to go straight
Yep,
through. So
I
I
did-
went
yep.
right through
Yeah.
undergrad.
'Cause sometimes you take a break, you don't go back.
Yeah.
And I did have
Yeah.
to go to ECC because I couldn't go to Buff State, right? Because
Yeah.
of my math scores and
Yeah.
my grades. So I
Yeah.
had to do all the
Yeah.
prereqs, and then I transferred in and to go into the education program.
But that gives a lot of people in who are watching hope.
Exactly.
That if you don't have to be pigeonholed because you have an IEP or you have a 504 plan.
Exactly.
And that's where your teacher in the school district gives you a plan to help you further along.
And that is exactly what I tell my parents, because I remember
Yeah.
my first year of teaching in Buffalo.
Yeah.
I know his name. I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
I could say his first name, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, he's
Yeah.
grown now.
Yeah.
So I had a student named Tyler, and I was teaching at Olmsted, and this little boy was high functioning autistic, but he could take a computer, and this is in 5th grade, and put it back together.
Right.
He knew how to
Right.
hack and do programs.
Yeah.
In 5th grade.
Yeah.
I mean,
Brilliant.
My mind blow. Socializing,
Yeah, of
had
course.
issues, but I had a little girl that was like, she was very, what's the word for it? A team leader.
Yeah.
The kids listened to her. She
Yeah.
was a leader.
Yeah.
And she took him under her wing for
Right.
social stuff. And
Yeah.
then she would play like Mama Hen.
Yeah.
Like she would be like, pull your pants up. Or,
Yeah.
you can't do that. So she was like Mama Hen.
Yeah.
And mom and I, when we had our meeting, she was like really, Tyler would come home and talk about her,
Yeah.
the student, and
Yeah.
and she was just like really.
And now
happy
you
about
are that special teacher. Yeah.
But
It's
that's
giving kids hope.
and that's exactly it. Because I told him when he had the meeting, I was like, listen, he's gonna do something in programming,
Right.
or
Yeah.
and I'm sure he is doing something
Sure.
now. I mean, years got gone by,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm just saying. Like when parents think like, oh, my kids, I don't know if they'll succeed, and
Or
it's
ever
like,
do anything. Yeah.
they will. You
they
just
will.
got to find that. And that's why I wanted to teach and be like an advocate when in these meetings, because it's like, Mom, to the parents or guardians, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not the end of all
Right.
things,
Yeah.
It's a process. We're just learning. We're going to figure out
Right.
what's going to spark.
So then, in turn, you've written books to help children.
Yes,
Right?
and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so go. My favorite book was The Giving Tree. It still is one of my favorite, and I love that. And the Bernstein Bears, because back
Oh, yeah.
then those books
We're huge.
You
Yeah.
can keep reading them, and they're educational and they're entertaining,
Right.
And there's a lesson, because sometimes these newer books. I mean, Cindy, you were
Yeah.
a teacher.
Yeah.
You're like, what is?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cute, but it's like it's not the old school type of book. And
Yeah.
I wanted to create books that kids and parents or even guardians
Yeah.
can just always read, and they can get something out of it.
Right.
So they're cute stories with imagination and fun characters.
Right.
So what's the if your books are age appropriate for what?
Well, I actually, for this first book, I put lesson plans on my website that are free for parents from birth to 0 to 6 months, because like for instance, I wanted to, just because they're a kid, okay, they're in the carriage or in their stroller, but you can give them a banana and they can feel the banana
Right.
and give them vegetables and start, and have
what
them
it is,
pick it
and
out.
yeah.
So I have lessons from
Yeah.
like zero birth to like 6 months and like 2. I can't remember. I can't recall, but because it was so long ago when I did the
So
lesson
you put
plans.
the parents can buy the book, then do the lesson plans on your website.
And I had it for different age range.
Gosh, what a great idea.
So
Yeah.
the website, which we're going to show.
Yeah, we'll put the website
we'll
up.
put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The website is specific to your books.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
I
very
have
cool.
like, and they're free for parents
Yeah.
or teachers, whoever, and you can, reuse them. I know a couple of them I don't have lesson plans, but I have coloring sheets.
Yeah.
So, for instance, like kids who sometimes, might not listen through the whole story or
Yeah.
struggle, and are like, I don't want. Give them a coloring sheet while you're reading to them.
Yeah.
Keep them busy.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's a good idea.
They're still listening.
So they can get the books, and we're going to talk about all the books.
Oh, yeah.
But they can get those on your website.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are they in any stores or anything like that?
Well, they used to be in Barnes and Noble. I self-published, so a lot of these books, they're once they phase out or whatever. I have some of them at my house, but when I first did it, a lot of them were in Barnes and Noble. Like you could order them because through Mascot Books they can do that. But I do have them on my website.
Was
as well.
that difficult to self-publish and do? Like, what did that take to do that?
Okay, so first I wrote the book, and then I did the query letters to submit to try to get an agent. Now, unfortunately, to get a literary agent, you either have to know somebody. I mean, they're getting so many submissions.
yeah.
I mean, they don't know you.
Yeah.
And we don't really have those types of agents in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because if you want to go to a top publishing company like Scholastic or Penguin,
Right.
you need a literary agent. They're
Yeah.
not going to take a submission.
Right. Right.
And just like acting, I guess, same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you need an agent if you want to get a national
Right.
commercial or
Right.
to get those types of breakdowns. They're not going to have them on Actors Access or Backstage.
Yeah.
You get so many, but
We
not
know that.
not the national, not the big ones.
Yeah.
So I actually thought by self-publishing, I thought maybe by now I would get a literary agent. Unfortunately, it's still very difficult.
Yeah.
And it's still a hustle and a bustle. Even when I did the Buffalo Bills book, I thought, oh, no, maybe this might be the one.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Well, you know what? Since you brought up now, Roselyn is a huge Buffalo Bills fan. So let's talk about because I know like these would make great Christmas gifts and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But not only
Billy
that,
Buffalo's Big Heads.
but before we talk about that, you do go into school districts and you can read to the kids and you can provide lesson plans for the kids and a whole educational process
Yes.
inside of the school. So if a school district is looking to get, I know my school used to call authors to come in, but they used to call authors from different states. Like we have you right here. So wouldn't that be great if our
Absolutely.
schools had a local girl?
Especially with the Billy
Right.
Buffalo's
So
Big
let's
Heads.
get to the Billy Buffalo.
So this is such a great story because it's about not giving up. And Billy
Oh
Buffalo
yeah. Can't give
wants
up on our bills.
He wants to quit. There's a flag football team and it's like a kids' day and he can't catch the ball. He keeps dropping the ball. So he wants to give up. And
It was like
there's-
Phil and Jim.
Yeah, and it's
gym
very
class.
nostalgic because I wrote this so long ago in
That's
2000.
not funny.
Okay, go on. We digress. Okay.
Because I wrote it so long ago. I wrote it, I think this was in 2014. And wait, I just lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Hold on.
I do
got
that
it.
all the time.
I think it
I think it comes with
We were
age.
talking about the character.
Oh, and so It's very nostalgic because it has Ralph Wilson Stadium.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
'cause that's how long ago I wrote it.
Wow.
It has Andre
So
Reed
it's a
in it.
classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's giving Billy Buffalo a pep talk like, hey, you can't give up, And you
Now,
gotta
has
keep going.
Andre Reed seen that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to get his approval,
Yeah,
of course.
okay.
But yeah, I can show the.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look at those pictures.
Yeah.
Just point it a
so-
little at the camera.
Yeah,
so we
let's
can-
show a couple of those
Oh,
pictures,
this is
Roselyn.
such a great. There he is. He's like, oh, I'm so sad. I want to go home. Sometimes
my
we
God,
feel
look at
that
that.
way.
Sometimes we do feel that
I
way.
know. And then like here he's like, yo, Billy, it's okay.
Do you want to read a little bit of that?
Sure,
Okay.
I could read this.
Yeah, let's read it.
Hey, Billy, what's wrong? Asked a familiar face. Billy looked up to see the Hall of Fame wide receiver, Andre Reed. Hello, Andre. I'm fine, said Billy. Why aren't you playing in the flag football game? Asked Andre. Because I don't think I'm good enough. I always seem to drop the football. I don't want to let my teammates down. Don't be silly. Even the best receivers drop passes. I can't count how many times I've done that in the game. You have? Asked the surprised Billy. Of course, Billy. Even the best players make mistakes, and it's okay. That shouldn't stop you from playing the game that you love. Instead of being afraid of your mistakes, you can learn from them and try again next time, said Andre. Really? Billy felt a lot better knowing he wasn't alone. Yeah, Billy, come on, let's get back on the field. We got a game to play.
That's wonderful.
And then at the end of the book, at the end of the story, I will ask kids, have you ever gave up on something before? For instance, like riding your bicycle.
Right.
What did you do? Did you get back on it?
Yeah.
Did you let it just take over and be like, I'm never gonna ride a bike again?
Right.
And most kids are like, no, I kept going.
Yeah.
So it's just a fun little learn because sometimes, we all make mistakes and we feel bad about ourselves and we do want to give up, but it's
Story
about
determination.
persevering
Yeah.
and
Perseverance.
determination
Yeah.
and not giving up and
Yeah.
letting that.
And
I
that's
love
really-
that.
That is what it is because
Yeah.
we all fail. You fail the majority of things you do.
Yeah.
I
But
mean, look
you
how many
just-
times
Yeah.
I get rejected.
I think all of us get rejected every day, several times a day. You get used to it, and you keep going.
You got to keep going.
You gotta
It's
keep
how-
going.
It's how you get back up and pick yourself up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the
And keep
thing.
going.
Like, I'm still writing.
Yeah.
I have lots of books. I got another one that is on its way, and I'm waiting for the illustrations. But yeah, I'm still writing. Like, I have so many books that it's like hard to pick, but I'm still pushing them out. I'm still getting them. I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I have to self-publish. I'll self-publish.
Right.
It does cost money to do.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like you try to get some money and then you keep going.
Yeah.
But, you got to do what you got to do.
So
Yeah.
the first book was The Adventures.
Of Jasper. Then the second book. Now, this is my Mage Magnus series. And actually, shout out to Michael Alvarez, who lives in Niagara Falls, who's the illustrator for the Mage Magnus series. I'm still waiting on my third one, by the way. He's been
Wow.
working on it. But this series is about a little boy who makes mistakes. Now, it's not intentionally. He just has sometimes trouble.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar?
Yeah.
So he has trouble.
Why are you always
And
looking at me?
I think it's about Phil, that book.
And it's about him always making mistakes, but he doesn't mean to make mistakes. It's just sometimes he has a hard time learning things. And he turns his sister into a purple dinosaur because he made a mistake on the magic trick, and then he has to go talk to the big wizard to find out what he has to
How
do.
cute.
The illustrations
Well,
are
give us
really...
a page from that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those
All
are
right.
beautiful.
Okay, so
that
let's-
is really a beautiful
Okay.
looking book.
It is.
So here,
What great gifts, too.
Mage Magnus had one problem. His tricks always went wrong and appeared mischievous. Poof! One time, Mage Magnus tried to make his sister disappear and reappear. Unfortunately, his sister came back as a purple elephant with blue polka dots. for a long time.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
I love this though. I got to show you this. And this is actually had a cute little game at the because a lot of kids make mistakes where and where. So when they're reading it, I had a little sticker and it said, "How Mage fixed his latest mistake, where
Oh,
and
wow.
where." So like when you're reading this page, it says Moonra lived in a mysterious castle near Mage Magnus Magic School. He was always available to help students when they were in a predicament. Mage entered the castle and finally found the cellar. Now I put that's were, and it was supposed to be that's where, but that's where we made the letter disappear. So we
Oh,
found, so they had to
find that.
The-
Oh,
helps
wow.
with
Right.
reading,
Yeah, because they
yes.
have difficulty with that.
That is
yeah.
so smart.
Yes.
That is so smart.
Moonra spent most of his time. So that is Mage Magnus.
So there's two in that series
sure.
right
Oh yeah,
now?
and then there's another one, and it's all about making mistakes. And, like,
And those are available on your website as well?
yes, and then this one is he turned his bully into a toad,
Oh,
but two wrongs don't make a right.
yeah. How many
And-
times have you wanted to turn your bully into a toad?
And the reason why the bully picked on him is because he made a mistake in magic school. So he disrupted the classroom, but he didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
And the dragon, who doesn't want a pet dragon?
Yeah,
I want a
shoot, I
pet
do.
dragon.
Tell us again, who did the illustration? Because they are beautiful.
They're from Niagara Falls?
Michael Alvarez.
Okay, and he's from
Yeah.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Homegrown Niagara
yeah.
Falls, shout out.
Yes. And so we'll do one here, okay?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Gosh, those are really cool.
Let's
Beautiful.
do where
Yeah.
Ozark kind of woke up. He goes, all right. I love the illustrations. Okay, Ozark was sleeping in his oak. Was awakened. He opened his eyes and he saw a bunch of students in a circle. Ozark stretched his wings and flew down to see what the ruckus was. He landed in the middle of the circle. Ozark, the wise and magical owl, asked, "What's going on here?" "Well, Mage turned Elmer into a toad," said Zira. "Is that true, Mage?" asked Ozark. "Yes, but he was making fun of me. He made me feel so bad about myself. I couldn't let him get away with it. So I turned him into a toad," responded.
Look at those illustrations. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
They're
these
beautiful.
are. And then the next book is Mage Magnus, the magical mistake. So not all mistakes are bad.
Oh.
So he does
Yeah.
his little mistake, but something magical happens.
Well, we'll have to wait.
Wow.
For
I
that
know, Michael.
It's like a
We're waiting
cliffhanger.
for you.
Michael, come on, get off your butt.
But and then we'll go to Poncho
Yes.
Power, because there's another Michael who drew this, Michael Biondo.
Okay.
And he's
From Buffalo?
He's from Buffalo. He
Okay.
lives in Florida. But the reason why Michael Biondo was very special to be part on this is Ezra Castro, who is Pancho Villa, loved Michael Biondo's artwork. So how this came about is Ezra has two children, Lulu and Gino, and he had my books
Wow.
from before.
So you didn't know him. He had just bought your
Yeah,
books.
he bought my books before, and then we met before later on. And,
Yeah.
and we became friends.
Yeah.
He's like, "I love your books," and blah blah blah. And then I actually had a message in my messenger. Fast forward years later, because this was out in 2014,
Right.
like a couple years later.
Yeah.
And Ezra, he was diagnosed with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And he reached out to me and he was like, "I had a dream," and I still had those messages. I mean, I had a dream that I had a children's book for my legacy to live on. And I go, "So what?" In my message, I'm like, "So what do you want to do?" I said, "Do you want me to write it?" And he goes, "Yeah." So we were collaborating the whole time, and
While he was sick.
while he was sick,
Yeah.
I wrote it. He looked at it. He loved it. And then I was like, "Well, now it's time for an illustrator. Who do you want?" I said, "This is going to be reflecting you."
Yeah.
I said, "Is there somebody that you want?" And he said, Michael Biondo. And I said, okay. I said, can we get a hold of it? Because Michael Biondo did a lot of like Buffalo T-shirts
Okay.
and murals like throughout the city with Buffalo. So Ezra was a big fan. So I reached out to Michael and I said, hey, listen, Ezra, forward you and wants you to be the illustrator. We're working on this. Do you want to be on board? And he was like, 100%.
Wow.
So he did the illustrations for Pancho Power. And like I said, Ezra picked him out. So Ezra picked out Michael because I didn't know Michael at the time.
When did Ezra pass away? I mean, he's been gone a couple of years
Yeah,
now.
so...
And he was a huge
He was the
character
first...
and a big Bills
One
fan.
of the big... He was one of the first OGs that would get dressed up.
Right.
And the first that really the Bills Mafia
He
started.
he was like the Bills Mafia.
Yeah.
He was there from the beginning.
Yeah.
Before it
Right.
all blew up Bills
Yeah.
Mafia.
Right.
I think everybody knows who he is, even still.
And he
Yeah.
had such a he's still with us, but he had such a spirit and such a good person. Just a very kind soul, like just always happy. Even I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Even when he was sick and he was like in the hospital, we would still have conversations and he would still be positive.
Right.
He was like, how's it going? Like happy as cool
Yeah.
like and you know that he was struggling.
Yeah.
And his family was so beautiful. His Veronica, his significant other, like just a beautiful Jamie, his family, just amazing family. And he was one of the first. So it was so important to really make this right. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It was a great character, and the book looks beautiful. So
And it was
you're gonna
just-
have to read a page out of
I'm
it.
going
Yeah.
to.
When-
So,
Yeah.
when
so,
you get-
so what was really beautiful that he got to see the story done.
Yeah.
He got to see the illustrations. He had the PDF file.
Yeah.
So he saw everything come to life.
Right.
He was supposed to still be with us when we did the book launch
Yeah.
for the home opener. He was going to come to Buffalo and do the home opener with the book and, and get the crowd all
Yeah.
riled up.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he passed before it was out. And it was just like a couple, like, before it was already being processed.
Right.
It's just unfortunately he didn't see the
The hardcover, the final.
hardcover.
Yeah.
But he did get to see the
Yeah.
PDF. And
But I'm sure that brought him so much joy to know that that's going to live on.
and there's a video
Yeah. Yeah.
of his kids.
And we're going to get that video, right?
seeing
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is just like
He's like, wow, they made this perfect. I love that. And towards the end, I started tearing up. Then I watched the one. Was it his grandma looking through the room?
no. It was fine.
That was Ezra's mom. Okay, and that made me. I lost it. I'm like, because she was too.
New pants, everything for the bills
I'm so glad.
was awesome. So we felt powerful. And today we went to the stadium. And
really is an inspiration, and he goes on every day with his passion and his love for life, and he doesn't give up.
Roselyn Kasmire is a children's author from Buffalo and met Pancho Billa about a year ago. She says Pancho wanted his story in black and white, a book to write his legacy.
So it's about a little boy in the eyes of Ezra Castro as a child, and he has a challenge, and basically we see the birth of Pancho Billa and everything that he stands for: friendship, family, friends.
The children's book, she says, takes readers through the life of Pancho Billa as a boy, a child who struggled, but then put on a mask and suddenly forgets his challenges.
Inspiration and passion. That's all summed up in Pancho Power, and that is the title, Pancho Power.
Pancho Power runs deep.
Pancho Power, it's that extra motivation, you get after it, you don't stop, you keep going.
Castro says he's wanted his life story in black and white for a while, to touch and inspire all readers for many years to come.
I'm excited about it, something I've always wanted, and, a book lasts forever.
Seeing the book
Yeah.
and seeing that their dad still lives on.
Right.
And his son, Gino, dresses up as his father, as little Puquito. I think I said it right. And dresses up as him and still, like, carries his name because he's a big Fit Bills fan, too.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy because that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Like, that was the whole mission of this book.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want anyone to forget me. And
Yeah.
there's this little face. So we kind of told it in a story of, like, a little boy who is going through cancer. And he has all these things that he puts together in his house. He still wants to go to the Bills game because he loves the Bills. Who doesn't love the Bills?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm still going to the game, even though he wasn't feeling the best. So he goes to the game. And by the way, a shout out to some of the other Bills Mafia people in here because he was, like, really good friends with a lot of the mafia people, like, and even other characters from other teams.
Yeah.
Because that's what we wanted to do is, like,
Bring
be
everybody
inclusive.
together.
Because it's about super fans.
Right.
It's about being, overall, it's about being a
Right.
super fan.
Right.
I don't care what team you love. You love your team so we had other super fans from other teams that were in here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then we have Captain
Chicken
Buffalo
wing
from the Bills Mafia. And then this one's there's Pinto Ron with his, like, ketchup and mustard. Captain Buffalo, Buffalo Loco. His name is Andrew. He's very good friends. And they used to go to the games, and he would dress up as Batman. And then we had Bill's Foot. And then Joni's in here, who's, like, a big staple for Bill's Mafia.
Let's show a little bit of that to
There's
the camera.
Joni.
How
So
cute.
Joni's in there, and this is his brother. He's a big Cowboys fan. So there's a Cowboys fan. That's Jamie in there. And
Read
then
us the intro to that one.
there's a Raiders.
That's
Raiders.
wonderful.
There's a Raiders.
So everybody is coming together.
Again, the illustrations in
Yeah.
all your books are absolutely
There's Del
beautiful.
Reed from 26 Shirts.
Sure.
There he is there.
The illustrations are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, well, again,
Yeah.
And that's his brothers, or I think they're Broncos fans. So it's about all different fans.
Bringing everybody together.
Yeah, and Ezra talked to all these people because, it's their image, so they had to,
Yeah.
like, sign off on it to make sure that it's okay. So
Yeah.
he did a lot of that and calling his Bill's Mafia friends
Yeah.
and then other friends from other teams, and then I became friends with them, and
Yeah.
they're just great. I mean, it's such a beautiful book. And then Harrison Phillips was a special. He wanted to wear his shirt 99 because during when we were getting the rookies, he called his number. So he was Ezra was up there, Pancho Villa, and he called Harrison Phillips when he came to Buffalo. So that was really important for him to wear Harrison Phillips jersey. So shout out to Harrison Phillips for letting us use that. And he's been great. And I mean, I became friends with his family. Like, it's just such a beautiful story. And then it brought so many people together. And like I said, his legacy will live on forever. This isn't going away.
Right.
And we're now revamping the book, and we're doing a Spanish interpretation. We're going to have translated to Spanish. In the English, there was sprinkled Spanish, but now we're going to have English and Spanish in the new book.
Yeah.
And shout out to Colleen Rhea for helping me do that because I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And she's a bilingual Spanish teacher, and she's amazing.
That is wonderful.
And
So when are you looking? So now again, they can get that on your website, or
Well,
can they get that right on Amazon?
They're going to get this one, the new one. It's going to be print on demand, and it's going to be English and Spanish together, so that they can get.
So they have to order it from your website,
They can order it right on Amazon.
and they can get that book on Amazon as well.
Yes, but right now I'm out of this.
Okay.
The hardcover, so
Yeah.
that's why we're trying to do that, and then once we get more, then
That'll be available.
Yeah.
So when are you thinking?
See, I was hoping
We're
that
stealing that, by the way.
I was
No.
hoping that I would have
Collector's item.
a literary agent to get this already started.
Right.
Because it is, and now with prices, the prices for self-publishing
Through the roof.
through the roof. So that's why I'm going to try the print on demand with Amazon and see
Yeah.
the quality and see the difference. But right now, like, I need to keep getting and then we'll get more of these because I'm
So are you
kinda-
thinking in a
I have
month or
lots-
two or?
Yeah, I'm hoping,
Okay.
but like the print on demand will be available probably in December before Christmas.
That will be print on demand.
Yeah.
And then the other one, Billy's
This,
Buffalo.
I have lots of Billy Buffalo's Big Catch.
So they could just contact
they can
you?
get that. Yep, they can go.
Can they get that on Amazon as well?
They can get it on Amazon, or they can get it on my website.
On your website.
So
okay.
you've gone your progression teaching to the books.
Emotional.
But-
Sorry,
but-
everyone.
Oh,
But you had to learn.
I gotta take this off.
You
Yeah.
you had
man.
to learn a lot about how to get just
How things work. Yeah.
how things work, the publishing, and getting things from printed and all sorts of things
not
just to
easy,
get
right?
one book done.
I know, and it's a hustle. 'Cause you gotta sell that. Like, that's the difference if you were to if you had a publishing company that's like
Right,
big.
yeah.
They push them out for you. You'll be in like, you'll
Yeah,
have the
yeah.
Scholastic, catalogs that
Right.
you'll be in, and you don't have.
Right.
You're doing everything on your own, and that's why I thought by now.
Yeah, I'm surprised because this is such a huge Buffalo Bills fan base.
Well,
It's-
you're talking about big
I'm talking
yeah.
agents and-
Yeah, worldwide.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, like with
National
any of
things,
them.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because they're great stories. And it doesn't matter if it's just some of these might be Buffalo, but
Right.
it has imagination.
Yeah.
It has a lesson.
Yeah.
Creativity.
Right. The illustrations.
The
beautiful.
illustrations, kids can
Yeah.
unlock their own superpower.
Yeah.
And what they're good at. Oh, did you want me to read a part?
Yeah.
Do-
yeah.
Do
at
the
the end.
page from the yes.
You want me to do the first part?
Sure. Just
Okay.
do the intro.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. This is big enough for you? Is
That's
that
perfect.
Okay. Ezra has watched his favorite players play their best. On the flip side, he also witnessed times when they have not played their best, when adversity caused their competitive spirits to fade. Despite the ups and downs, one thing is for sure. Ezra has never wavered his love of the game of the game and his loyalty as a fan. Ezra is also no stranger to adversity. Ezra is a fighter too. He's fighting a disease called cancer. Just like the Bills players, some days Ezra is at his best, and some days he's not at his best. But no matter what, he keeps on fighting, and he keeps the spirits high. People will say there are 11 men on the field, but the fans are the 12th man, or in our case, a 12th boy. Ezra may be small in stature, but he is the biggest fan. He is Pancho Billa. Who is Pancho Billa, you might ask? Let's turn the page to find out.
We love it.
Wow.
We love it. The
You
books
always
are
got to be
remarkable.
loyal, right? You always got to be a loyal Bills fan.
So, and it's cute because it goes through, like you see, he doesn't have his mask on, he doesn't have his hat. So he goes through his little progression.
His
of-
transformation.
yes.
That's so cute.
It's wonderful. The books are wonderful. But before we go,
Yes.
let's just touch a little bit on the acting.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit. We're coming to the close,
yeah.
but
And Roselyn was just in a Christmas movie and had a very
Oh yes,
significant
my
part.
couple lines, but
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
But
she
that's
gets
good,
it's
though.
a couple lines. I get standard.
Tell
work,
us what
which
the
was-
Christmas movie was and
Yeah,
what.
first of all, which one?
okay. So it was Christmas of Giving, and I play the waitress, and
Oh.
I did get to see my scene, and it's like
What was it like?
It was cute. They were on like a little romantic dinner date.
Yeah.
And then I bring over some pancakes, and I'm like,
What do you say?
I say, is there anything else you need?
Yo-
And then they're like, and then I'm like, okay, well, have a Merry Christmas.
yeah, yeah.
See, that's acting.
Yeah.
That's acting.
Now, what? That's the great. People don't understand though.
Good with that.
But,
no,
yeah.
I'm so good with
But-
the one-liner.
To get, I don't think people understand this. To get one or two
From
lines
featured background
is
now.
huge.
It's
like
huge.
Phil and I would
We
love
try.
we do try, but that's a huge step around here.
I'm excited about that.
And-
I know it's like when I tell it, but you're right. It is,
It is
because
huge.
I mean I've done so many featured backgrounds,
Exactly.
and then done a lot of indie films. So
Yeah.
it just seeing it progress and
Right.
actually
We just saw
get
you
something.
in the 48.
Oh yeah,
We
I
all
saw
done the
you
48.
guys.
Yeah.
I
We
saw
all
you
do
with
the
the
48.
48.
But
Amazing.
now in Little Audrey, which
Yes.
is going to be a fantastic film that comes out.
I am by Michael Mailer, which I'm super excited about. So
you had
how
a-
that I saw that audition on Actors Access, and from some casting company in New York City. So I auditioned for Nurse Ruth. I didn't get Nurse Ruth, but then they emailed me back and like they liked your audition. How about Pilgrim 1? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, it's still a couple, but yeah.
So
like,
what was that part? What was that?
Basically, I'm one of the pilgrims, and it's not the pilgrims that you think.
Yeah,
from,
I'm thinking
like,
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
No,
What's going on here?
Not like a Thanksgiving pilgrim.
Yeah.
A pilgrim from someone who believes, Christian faith.
Oh,
and
yes. Okay. Yeah,
prayers,
right,
and
right.
So they
Yeah.
go and they seek.
They go to her house.
They go to
and-
her
yeah.
house, and they want to get blessed, or they have something that
Right.
they're
And
trying.
when is that supposed to come out?
Well, that should be out hopefully by next summer. But you know how it goes. I mean,
Yeah.
it takes a while to edit. I
Yeah.
mean, they just
Oh,
finished.
post-production.
Now, and you were in the Bill's love story, correct?
Yeah, as
Now
a
you had-
featured background,
Yeah.
as a nurse.
But that's huge too. Was that at
That was-
O'Shea's?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
They filmed that up there. I
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
the pictures of that. You and Joe and
But
quite a few people.
I
Yeah,
do
it
have
was nice.
really, really good news. I mean, I might just be a featured, and I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
like a background. But what I'm really excited about, because this mean, and I'm gonna start crying again.
Oh,
Because
Jesus.
this means a lot to the family. And Pancho Power and Billy Buffalo are in Villers, like with the two actors. So there is a shot when they go into the store, you see product placement, and
Well, how did they get? Did they know you were a writer?
and I said that if you're gonna do, because they had other Bill's Mafia people in there.
Yeah.
And I said, if you're gonna have Bill's Mafia, you got to have the OG, baby. And I said, this would mean so much. And I did. I talked to the director and I said, this would mean so much to the
Wow.
family. So I gave it to their product placement and I gave the books, and they made sure, because that they'll see, and they live in Texas. So they're super excited to watch that, and that they're going to be able to
That
see.
is November 22nd, I believe.
Yeah,
that-
and
that
all
film
their
comes out.
friends, like all his friends are like, some of it, like Del Reed's in it, and Pinto Ron's in it, aka Kenny, and like some of the other, I think Joni's, and so all his friends that he.
So
Right.
did
Are
you
in
see
it.
a clip yet of that, or it's you? Oh, you're not.
I might have. I don't know,
But so you can see it. So you can
Yes,
see
I
it.
know
There's
that-
actually some really good stars in that. Now, I got opportunity to participate.
Phil
in
was a
that.
stand-in.
I
See,
did
that's
stand-in
good
work.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
It's fun.
And I
I was
stood in for
background.
Joe Pantoliano for 8 days, which was
Yeah.
Joey Pants. Everybody, how many films has that guy
Yeah,
done?
yeah.
And TV
Sopranos,
shows.
right?
Wow.
Was he on The
Just
Sopranos?
not that. He's
Yeah.
from Risky Business to The Matrix to The Sopranos.
Right.
and you
to-
got to meet all those people.
and
Yeah.
and it was so nice. Stand-in work is so different than background work. And
yeah,
Yeah.
because you're part of the crew.
we are
You're
right.
like, I'm
right,
part of the crew.
Right.
Well, Cindy did stand in, right?
Yeah.
You did
Yeah,
stand in.
on Cabrini.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
it's
for
really
one
she
of the
had her
events.
little chair.
Yeah.
I saw her on Cabrini.
Yeah.
She had her chair. I just played a rich lady.
Yeah, I was Poe.
Well, let me just say, let me just end this and say thank you
Oh my gosh,
so
thank
much.
you
You
so
are
much.
so talented.
So
Oh,
talented.
And
thank
it was
you.
Beyond.
amazing and wonderful to have you here today. Her books are on the website.
Yep.
She's all over films
Yes, yes.
and TV. We see
Yeah.
her everywhere.
And if you're a school or you're a parent that wants Roselyn to come in, you can go right to her website and get all the information there for her to visit, be a
Yes.
visiting author at the public
Yeah,
or
or
parochial, whatever,
whatever.
any school.
And I just wanted to say thank you so much for actually giving me the opportunity to share my stories and my story.
We love them.
because people want to know if what is this person about. It's nice to go deeper. And
When
dive
the other
deeper.
book comes out,
So thank you.
the third
Yeah.
one in that series, we'll have you back.
And I just want to say, remember, to all those parents or guardians out there, your little one, they might be struggling, but remember, just find that light bulb. Everyone can learn. Knowledge is power.
Well,
That's great.
we'll say goodbye on that
That's
one.
a great ending.
But thank
yes.
you.
Thank
Cindy,
you.
thank you.
Yes.
Go
thank
Bills!
Thank you.
Go
Poncho
Bills!
Go Buffalo.
Wait, I want you guys to say Poncho Power on the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Poncho
Poncho
Power!
Power!
We're out. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time.